Hey everybody, this is Zach with Tanuki Games, and today we're taking a look at Red Dead Revolver. Please remember that a like, a comment, or a subscribe means a lot to me and the channel. Without further delay, let's get started. Like the rest of the internet, I was super fucking hype that Red Dead Redemption 2 got announced, and I wanted to talk about the game, but honestly I couldn't think of a way to discuss it without just rehashing all the gush fests that I've had with my friends over the last several years about that game. And then I remembered that there is another game in the Red Dead franchise. So I dusted off my copy of Red Dead Revolver, and I wanted to see if there were any thoughts that I could glean from thinking about Red Dead Redemption and then Red Dead Revolver. The copy that I'm playing is the original Xbox version. It was also released on the PS2 and GameCube. Red Dead Revolver is a really excellent game that, while I don't think anyone would have anticipated a sequel of the game just based on the original, there is a lot to dig your teeth into once you get started with the game. There's a pretty basic storyline of your family being killed and an evil general and etc. But really, Red Dead Revolver experiments a lot with different gameplay scenarios and aspects to mixed effect. The main character in Red Dead Revolver is aptly named Red, and he's not the only character you'll play, but he is the main protagonist and he is the focal point of the game. And Red is half Native American and half white, I guess, and his family is brutally killed and he's out for revenge. I really like Red as a character, however, I do think that the voice actor that was chosen for him is not quite suiting for the character. Overall, the voice acting and the presentation of the game is very, very good though. The music in Red Dead Revolver is exceptional. While it plays around with the Western aestheticism that you're used to, it also has a lot of really funky driving bass lines that make it far more enjoyable to listen to than Red Dead Redemption's soundtrack. Additionally, the graphics in Red Dead Revolver are quite good. I really like how everything in the game is kind of boiled down into its essence. There's not a lot of subtlety to the graphics. It's very on the nose, but it almost feels like you're playing with your action figures in some sort of diorama. It's all very exaggerated, and yet it feels really natural, and whomever the concept artist is for the game, hats off to you, because they were given a lot of free range to create characters that were both aesthetically interesting to look at, but also really effective at conveying the point of the game, which is this kind of spaghetti Western vibe. The gameplay in Red Dead Revolver is the biggest mixed bag, and perhaps I'm spoiled by the excellent gameplay of Red Dead Redemption, but it has all the parts, it's just not as effective with it. You got your Deadeye, you got your duels, you've got gunplay, you've got a cover system, but just none of it works quite as well, and your enemies are absolute bullet sponges. It will take sometimes 6-10 shots to kill an enemy, and I can't really figure out why that is. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting headshots, no sweat. Other times I can't seem to get rid of a guy. You also have 6 different playable characters in the game, all of which have different Deadeye-like attributes, which are pretty cool, and they're all playable in the multiplayer. I really like the gameplay, but there's a lot of tacked on stuff that just feels inorganic. There's a stealth mission that is a complete pain in the ass. There's also a bar fight that just feels very tacked on. I think it would have been better to just have had a corridor shooter and try to do that well than try to present all these different options. And, you know, maybe they were just spitballing, and if that's the case, I think it's a good game, but does it hold a candle to its successor? Absolutely not. I had some experience back in the day with Red Dead Revolver, and when I first saw Red Dead Redemption posters and ads, I thought, that's a weird choice for Rockstar to choose to re-envision. But now I think that there's a lot in the DNA of the Red Dead franchise that really Rockstar knew what they were doing. They just didn't quite know how to articulate it until the second game. Red Dead Revolver is a $5 game, and for that price, it is absolutely worth your time, both as a historical artifact as well as, honestly, a decent game. Don't try to compare it to Red Dead Redemption, just try to enjoy it for what it will be as opposed to what it could have been. This is Zach with Tanuki Games. What are some other good third-person shooters for the original Xbox? And what are some other games that you would like to see me review in the future? Please remember that a like, a comment, or a subscribe means a lot to me and the channel. Enjoy.
The closest doctor's in Brimstone. Sheriff Bartlett might offer you a handsome reward if you can get me there.
I'll send a telegram and tell him about your arrival.